Yes, students, welcome to all of you. Myself, Mr. Rohitash. I am here with a video lecture for you with a topic of one of the easiest thing, that is direct and indirect. Actually, as a student of intermediate, you all know very well that English is basically classified into two parts. The first part is literature and the second part is grammar. Here in this video lecture, we are going to cover the grammar portion. And in grammar, it is the first topic named direct and indirect speech. Actually, we people generally talk a lot about life, about the world. Sometimes we spoke in direct manner, sometimes we spoke in an indirect manner. So here in this video, you will see what is actually the way to speak in direct way and to speak in indirect way. Things would be very clear, I hope, after 28 minutes of this lecture. Please do the first slide speaks you that you are going to study the intermediate English, which is actually the part of the syllabus, prescribed syllabus by UP board. Here it is the topic is direct and indirect speeches, and here is a basic introduction to me. Actually, first of all, we would like to tell you about the definition of direct and indirect speech. Whenever we people talk, sometimes we speak our own word, then it is known as direct speech. Sometimes we people spoke others' word, that is known as indirect speech. Here it is a summary. It describes the original words or sentences of a person. It usually puts inverted comma. That is known as direct speeches. Because people basically believe in Oxford, so here are few words are quoted from Oxford language. The Oxford language says that the actual word of that person said, that is known as direct speech. Here is one example. This example is basically about the Prime Minister of India. The Prime Minister said, we are going to withdraw the lockdown from July 2020. Because this particular statement is on by our Prime Minister, that's why it is direct speech. But whenever we people repeat the statement of our PM, then it becomes indirect speech. But first of all, you must see that the direct and indirect speech have two content. One is known as reporting clause or reporting verb. Another is known as reported speech. Actually, reporting clause, basically the first part of the direct speech. It basically, it has basically a subject as well as an object. Subject is to whom it is said. Object is to by whom it is said. So there is Mr. Ram said to Sohan. Ram is a subject and Sohan is an object. And said to is basically known as verbs. Whenever we call it the whole sentence, it is known as reporting clause. But whenever we just discuss this part said to, it is known as reporting verb. So here is reporting verb and it is reported speech. These are the two basic content of our direct speech. So I hope you all have know about direct speech. Now come to the indirect speech. Indirect speech is basically when we talk some other's word. If someone has spoken their word and now I am going to repeat, the repetition of someone's word is known as indirect speech. Look at the basic definition. It focuses more on the content of what someone said rather than the exact word. Its structure depends on whether the speaker reporting a statement, a question or a command. Again, I quoted from Oxford language, reporting what somebody has said, not using the actual word. So it is known as indirect speech. Whenever it is clear, that we go further. Now, if you want to convert a direct speech into indirect speech, you have to follow 5 basic rules. These rules are narrated here. Rule number 1 says that we need to have change in reporting verb. Rule number 2 said that we need to add conjunction in between reporting verb and reported speech. After that, in the reported speech part, we need to change our pronoun according to the situation. And the fourth rule is the conversion of the tenses in reported speech. And the last one is we need to make a conversion in the words expressing nearness to the word expressing distance. Actually, these are the 5 key points which will you help to convert a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Now, you need to know about the details of these rules. In the next slide, you will see that we are going to discuss here the assertive sentences. Assertive sentence basically means a statement. A statement given by anyone, spoken by anyone. Whenever a person
makes any kind of statement, that is basically known as direct speech. But whenever this statement was quoted by some other, that it becomes indirect speech. So here in this video we need to know that how can we convert a direct speech into an indirect speech. There are some examples of assertive sentences has been narrated here. The first example is again very practical, very pragmatic. WHO remarked, the world will transform after COVID-19 attacks. It is basically a statement. That statement may be called assertive sentences. Either you say it is a statement or either you say an assertive sentence. Some people basically confuse in this that what is assertive sentence or what is statement. Statement is assertive sentence and assertive sentence is statement. This statement quoted from WHO. Again, the simple, a very basic statement is that the teacher said to the student, the school will remain closed today. And the third one, she says to me, I am going to quarantine at home as I was reported symptoms of COVID infection. So there are only examples by which you can decide that either it is a statement, and because in this video particularly we are going to only discuss the statement sentences, how can we transfer or how can we convert from assertive sentence direct speech to indirect speech. Look at the next slide. In this slide, as we have already discussed, that there are 5 rules which you need to follow. The first rule, which we have already discussed earlier, the first rule is change in reporting clause or reporting verb. That is very important. Without knowing that, you cannot convert any kind of direct speech into indirect speech. This particular rule says depends on availability of the objects in reporting verb. It means this particular rule says that this rule depends on the availability of the object. If direct speech doesn't have an object, that it will not come into effect. Otherwise, no change will take place. The change will take place accordingly. Suppose the verb, the reporting verb is said to, you will convert it to told. If the reporting verb says to, then it will convert it into tells. If the reporting verb say to, it will convert it into tell. And in the same way, will or shall says to, maybe will say to, maybe shall say to. It will be converted into shall. In these A, B, C and D, these are the basic changes which we need to do in the first part of the direct speech, which is known as reporting verb. Here a note is there, yet reporting verb cannot be bound in a specific word. It may be used differently as. Sometimes people thought that either if the said to comes, then we will convert it. If said to doesn't come, then it may become remarks, remarked, write, wrote, etc. and so on. Reporting does not any specific word. Reporting verb may be any kind of verb which denotes an action. So this particular rule, if you could understand, that is better. Now I am going to use in the next slide how may be converted. By these examples, you basically able to know how can we convert. This is the first sentence which is in direct speech, and it is completely transfer or converted into indirect speech. Look at the question. The teacher said to the student, comma, inverted comma, the schools will remain closed till the next order of the government. This is the first sentence in direct speech. Now we have to learn to convert from direct to indirect speech. Indirect speech, how does it affect? The teacher said to have been converted into tolls. As per the rule 1, we have make here the said to converted into told. The teacher told the students that is a conjunction in place of these comma and inverted comma. Again, the schools have taken the same. The school now will transfer would remain closed till the government next order. In this way, a direct speech can be converted into indirect speech. Only the first rule regarding reporting verb has been exercised in this particular sentence. In the same way, in this sentence also, father says to me change into tells. Father says to convert it into tells. This one is add conjunction in between reporting verb and reported speech. As we have already discussed, that a sentence has 2 parts, direct reporting verb and reported speech. So here in between the reporting verb and the reported speech, there we will use a conjunction, as we have earlier used that. Look at the examples. WHO remarked, comma, inverted comma. In place of this particular comma, inverted comma, we will use that conjunction. That conjunction is basically known as that. WHO remarked that the world will transform after COVID-19 attack. this is the direct speech. Now we need to convert in that indirect speech. WHO remarked. I have already said that said to or says to. No reporting verb are bound with any particular word or any specific word. It can be used in different terms. WHO remarked that this particular word or term is known as conjunction. In this second rule, we need to understand that what is conjunction. Conjunction means which can connect the sentences. A sentence A and the sentence B. If sentence A need to connect with the B, then we will use conjunction. Conjunction means a kind of welding. So in this thing, this reporting verb is connected to this reported speech. So to connect this one to that one is basically used as a conjunction that. In assertive sentences, basically we will use that. Now we will move on the third rule. The third rule is basically very complicated and also easy to understand. Basically, pronoun. What is pronoun? Pronoun is basically used at the name of noun. But in direct and indirect speech is basically used in another way. First of all, we have to classify the pronoun. The pronoun can be classified into three major categories. What are the categories? Category are the first person, the second person, the third person. Actually, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are the more or less pronouns are there. That has been classified into three categories: first person, second person, and third person. First person pronoun are basically known as I and we. Second person basically known as you. He, she, it, and they. These all are known as third person. If we want to know how the pronoun will be converted, then at least we need to do something more. That every pronoun has its objects. Suppose I had me, I have an object me, we object have an us, you have the same object you, he have an object him, she, her, it, they, them. These are the objects. But the object is also have the two categories. The possessive case, I may be transferred into me as well as my and mine. In the same way, we could be converted into as an object us, our, ours, or our. You, yours, or yours. Him, sometimes with he, we use him as well as his. Accordingly, her and her, hers also, it with it and its, they, them, their and their. These are the basically the area which discuss about the pronoun and its objects. Now, these are the basic rules which we need to follow in from direct speech to indirect speech. Look at the first rule. First rule says that the first person, I and we, will be converted according to the subject of the reporting verb. In the direct speech, you will find reporting verb as well as reported speech. In reporting verb, there are two things: one is subject and one is object. This particular rule says that according to the subject, the reporting verb will be converted. It means I and we will be converted according to the subject of the reporting verb. In the same way, the second person will be converted according to the object of the reporting verb. And as far as third person is concerned, there is no change will be taken place in this. It is written directly, no change will take place. Only I and we and you. Only the three words can be converted, otherwise he, she, it or they. There are no change in this. So this is the change of pronoun. It is rule number 3. As we have already pointed out that there are the 5 key points which if you are able to understand these, then you easily can transfer these particular from direct speech to indirect speech. And as far as the significance of this topic is, in grammar portion there are 4 major topics. One is direct and indirect speech, another is synthesis and the transformation, and the last is syntax. Every topic, the contribution of every topic is 2 marks in grammar. It means it is a kind of maths in English. If once you know it, then it will help you know so many competitive exams and etc. So it is very important for you, and you need to understand each point. Now we must learn how this rule particularly applied in sentences. We must see in the next slide. This next slide that the examples has been quoted here to change in pronoun. Suppose we know about all pronouns and we know the rules, but we cannot know how can it change. That will help you to change. Suppose the first example in direct speech is Ravi will say to me, I have already completed my homework. This I particularly changed according to the subject of reporting verb. That has the rule said. that I had been converted into he. Look at here. I has been transferred, I has been converted into he, because the rule says that the I will be converted into the subject of reporting verb. This is Ravi, it means the subject of reporting verb. This is me, it means the object of reporting verb. And first person I and we will be converted according to the subject of reporting verb. And as far as you is concerned, it will be converted according to the object of the reporting person, them and me. These are the object. It means Ravi is the subject and me is the object. First person will be converted according to the subject and second person will be converted according to the object. Either it is them or either it is me. So Ravi will say is a reporting verb, and this one is the conjunction. Now from to this particular slide we have understand the three rules. The first rule, the change in reporting verb. The second one is add conjunction, and third one which we are going to discuss in this particular slide, it is pronoun, the change in pronoun. So Ravi will say to convert it into 10, me is the same, that is the conjunction, and now I have been converted according to Ravi, he. Have already completed means it is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, in another slide we will going to discuss about the conversion potential. Now I have already had been transferred into he has already completed his homework. Now the next sentence, they said to them, converted into they told them. Now this is the conjunction that you have been converted into them, they, you have been converted into they. Have done, it is the present perfect tense, had been converted into had done. Your is belongs to the family of you. As I have already discussed that you need to understand the first person I and we. The me and the us is the object of I, in the same way your is the object of you. If the you is converted, accordingly yours is also converted. You have done your work, now it has become they have done their work. In this way the pronoun can be converted easily. Now move to the fourth rule. Fourth rule is very detailed rule, because everyone know that as far as the tenses and classification is there. Tenses is basically classified into three major categories. The first is present tense, the second is past tense, and the third one is future tense. Again, present tense has been classified into four: indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. And simultaneously, these indefinite, continuous and perfect continuous also insist or paste with past and future also. In this way, 3 into 4 equal 12. It means the tenses have been majorly categorized in three categories, but broadly it has a 12 parts. It means we need to discuss in this particular rules, there are the 12 tenses, which particular tenses is converted into the which one. Here is a very simple formula I have been prescribed here for you. All the present tenses, there are 4 present tenses. One is present indefinite, another is present continuous, the third one is present perfect, and the last present perfect tense. All the present indefinite tenses will be converted into past tenses. That this particular first rule says. Present tenses will be converted into past. It means the first 4 converted into last 4. Now past. Now what will happen with the past? Actually, the first two tenses of past, it means past indefinite and past continuous, will be converted into past perfect and past perfect continuous tenses. It simply, this particular slide simply say that past indefinite converted into past perfect tense, past continuous tense converted into past perfect tenses. Now move to the third rule, future tense. Basically, futures also have the 4 categories: future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. But in all 4 tenses, one thing is very common. That is, the common is will and shall. The common is will and shall. It means you need to change just the will converted to would and shall converted to should. No need to convert the rest part, be, have or have been. So there are 3 categories: present converted into all past. The first present converted into the last 4 of the past. What is the first 2 of the past? Past indefinite, past continuous. That one to the past perfect and past perfect continuous. And the third one is future. Future have a very simple formula, that is will and shall, will converted into would and shall converted into should. Now come to the modals. Modals basically is known as a kind of helping verb also. It has sometimes can convert it into simply could and cannot simply convert it to could not. Accordingly, may convert it into might. These are basic terms which is especially discussed in intermediate courses. Now there is one exception. Without exception there is no rule. You need to understand the rule in a very detailed manner. Okay, fine. But the important thing that you must not forget any exception. Exception is this, that to convert a tense, the reporting verb must be in past. If the reporting verb in present, if the reporting verb in future, no rule will be applied on these tenses. It means rule number 4 will be completely finished. So you must remember before going to convert this particular rule as conversion to tenses, that the reporting verb must be in past tense. It means first example says Ujjwal said India is winning the match. It's a very common statement. Ujjwal said that India is winning is a present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is converted into past continuous tense. India was winning the match. In this way, you will apply the rule of tenses. And now another example, Sarika said to Ujjwal, the girls has been crying since morning. The girls has been crying, it means it is a present perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense because timing is there. Sarika told, said to, had been converted to, told Ujjwal that girls had been crying since morning. In the last one, the UP government says all migrant labor will send back to their houses. Now come to the last rule. What is the last rule? Conversion in words expressing nearness into word expressing distance. So there are some words has been given here. These are the direct words and these are the indirect words. It means these are the terms is basically used in direct speech. These are the terms which is basically used in direct speech. And these are the terms basically used in indirect speech. There are 1 to 16 categories. Now, by the help of the example, we easily could understand how would we transfer these. So, these particular sentences are able to tell you all the last 5 rules. The first is conversion of the reporting verb. The second is conversion of the pronoun with the add of the conjunction. Third is conversion of the pronoun. And the fourth is conversion of the tenses. And the last one is conversion in the nearest showing word. It means these are the words lastly used now, converted to then. Here is tomorrow, converted to next day. Yesterday, converted to the day before. Look at the first example. She said to her, bilingual used in daily now. There are the first required rule, report, the change in reporting verb. Here is conjunction required, here is pronoun required, here is tense required, and lastly, the conversion of the word expressing nearness into words expressing distance. So, all the 5 rules may apply in this. Look at the first rule. See, said to convert it into told. First rule is applied. Now, that. Conjunction, that. It means second rule is applied. Now, my uncle have been converted into her uncle because she is a girl. My converted to she. It is the rule number 3. Conversion in pronoun. Her uncle leaves. It is present indefinite. It means it belongs to the rule number 4. Leaves converted into past indefinite. It means tense conversion. It is rule number 4. And finally, in daily will be the same. Now, last, which we are going to in this particular slide. Now, have been converted into then. So, all what we have taught you, there are 5 major key points. If we want to discuss or if we want to understand how can we convert a direct speech into direct speech, simple. You need to understand the all 5 rules. The first one is again say change in reporting verb. Second one is add conjunction. Third one is conversion in pronoun. And the next one is tenses. And the last one is word expressing nearness into word expressing distance. Simple. There are 4 rules. If you can exercise it for the 1 hour or more, then you can understand it very well and you will get only 2 marks from this grammar. Or not in intermediate. After the all completed exams, this topic will always remain. It is an important topic for everyone, every student. Every student must understand this topic even in 9th class. But hope you are the student of 12th. Must understand this one. Now the another rule, another example is reported here. He said that I shall go to Delhi tomorrow. There is one thing is different. Sometimes mindset has been there. People usually thought that the reporting one will come first. After that, the reported speech. No. Sometimes reported speech comes first, and then reporting one. Here, I shall go to Delhi tomorrow. It is a part of reported speech that has been discussed earlier, but the reporting one we said used lastly. So nothing wrong in this. Put it in its order. Put it in its order. Order is he said must be in the first. He said that. I, the pronoun converted into he, shall converted into should, but according to her father. What the past tense? Okay, students. Actually, all examples just is for you to explain a rule in a very practical manner. Once you must know the rule. After knowing the rule, you need to apply. Many more people knows a lot of rules, but they cannot practice it. You must have practice. Now the next slide speaks you about your homework. Without homework, nothing would be complete. This homework is just simply said we have taught you these 5 rules. What are the rules? The first rule is change in important word. The second rule, add conjunction in between important word and reported speech. Third one is change of pronoun in reported speech. Next rule is conversion of tenses in reported speech. And the last one is conversion in words expressing nearness to word expressing distance. These are the 5 key points of this topic. How can you apply? All the students must practice at least 10 sentences from given rule. This is rule number 1. You need to do 10 sentences. Accordingly, rule number 2, 10. It means 50 sentences you need to practice. Just a 2 hours job. In 2 hours jobs, you will finish direct and indirect. And in your whole life, you will not forget it. I promise that. Now, this is my humble suggestion to all of you. Keep practice, because practice makes a man perfect. Direct and indirect speech. The next video lecture, hope we will meet soon. In the next video lecture, we will continue the next part of direct and indirect speech, because next part is interrogative. In this video, we have just discussed the assertive sentence statement, not questions, not commands, not exclamatory. These 3 points definitely need to know in the next slide. How? Stay safe, keep following social distancing, have a good day. And I thanks to all. Myself, Mr. Rohitas, hope you know me well. Thank you very much.